Hi everyone and welcome to your Let's Move resistance band workout with myself Leon and my mum Janet. During this workout we are going to take you through our top 10 exercises which will cover most of the big muscle groups of the body, including the legs, the arms, the shoulders and the back.
To start with, you will need a resistance band, and please do not worry if you've not used one before, because we will give you all the information you need. So Leon, why use resistance bands?
Well mum, first of all, they are accessible, really portable and very easy to use. They also come in many different colours, which often reflects a specific resistance from very light to very heavy. So please make sure you have the right resistance for you. The band we are using today is a very light one and great for beginners. In regard to their training effectiveness, they can improve the quality and control of the exercise. For example, mum, if you grip your band and press it out in front and try stretching it, you will notice that you are faced with a resistance on the stretch phase, but also on the return back. Because of this, the muscles remain under tension throughout the whole range of movement, allowing us to create a longer contraction, which is key to getting stronger.
So, before we get going, here are some key safety tips. Check your band to make sure there are no tears in it. Perform each exercise slowly with the correct technique as demonstrated, and do not hold your breath, which is hard for me. Always control the resistance using your full range of movement.
Because this is a strength training workout, you should feel the muscles working and fatiguing. Ensure you work within your own ability and stop should you experience any sharpness in pain, persistent pain or dizziness. If you are unsure whether resistance training is right for you, please speak to your medical professional. Right everyone, remember you are in control of your own workout and dictate the pace and intensity. To ensure you have a safe and enjoyable session, please implement the FIT principle for each exercise, adapting and tailoring it to your own ability. This includes mixing up the frequency, intensity, time and type of the exercise to suit. But as a guide, start by performing 3 sets of 10 repetitions of each exercise to get you started. Right, first up at number 1 mum, is the chest press. This is a great push exercise focusing on upper body strength, targeting the chest, the shoulders and the triceps. These muscles can help with daily activities such as pushing trolleys, opening heavy doors, getting up off the floor or even out of the bath. Right mum, without further ado, let's get going. Right everyone, we need to get into good seated posture to start. So mum, shuffle to the front third of your chair. And as you can see, my mum is in a good starting position. She's got the band around the back of the chair. Now, if you do struggle to get the band around the back, then if you've got anybody close by, they might be able to assist you to get into this starting position. The band wants to be chest height, okay, but it doesn't want to be too high because it will flick off the back of the chair. So get it as close to chest height as you can. The elbows tuck in and the band is going through the hand out the front. And what we can do with the thumbs is we can place the thumbs on top of the band, which will lock the band in place and stop it slipping through. Okay, now from that starting position, chest out, chin up, we're going to push out as far as we can out in front. Try not to lock out the arms in that end position. We're going to have a slight pause at the end and slowly come back towards the body. Now when we do resistance exercises, mum, there is a tendency to hold our breath.
Yeah.
So what we want to do is we want to breathe out on the way out and breathe in on the way in. So we're breathing out on the exertion and in on the return. And we're doing it nice and slow and controlled, all right? That will set us a really good pace, which will make the exercise nice and safe. And relax in there. Now, we can use an alternative where we just go one at a time, but we need to keep equal tension through the straps. So by using one at a time, one side can rest while the other side is working, which makes the exercise slightly easier. Now, if I did increase a little bit of tempo and started to work a little bit quicker, okay, we can start to get out of breath and work the all important heart and lungs. And relax in there. How did you get on, Mum?
Brilliant.
Excellent, well done. Right, on to the next one. Right everyone, at number 2, we've got the bicep curl. This is a great arm exercise, again supporting upper body strength. The bicep curl is an isolation exercise that targets the muscles on the front of the upper arm. The primary function of these muscles is to flex the elbow and rotate the forearm. These muscles are particularly useful when undertaking activities of daily living, for example carrying shopping and lifting things up off the floor. Right everybody, so your bicep curl. First of all, we need you in good seated posture. So Mum, shuffle to the front third of your chair, okay? Just make sure that your head, neck and spine are in line. Roll them shoulders up, back and down, and just lift the chest and lift the chin. You're going to take hold of your band and we're going to place the band on the floor and just put your feet on top of the band, just like that. Now, keep your feet flat because if not, the band will slip through, okay? And as you can see, the band is coming up through the hand and out the top. So tassels out of the top, and that way you can place the thumbs on top of the band, which will lock the band in place.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, just sit up and just relax the body a little bit. And those arms are down the side of the body with your palms facing in towards the chair. Keep your elbows tucked in and lift the thumb up towards the shoulder and slowly back down. Now, if the intensity is too great, just slacken off the band a little bit and just repeat the same exercise. If you want to make it a little bit harder, all you do is just walk your hands further down that band and you'll feel the intensity grow. Okay? Right, now with any strength exercises, there is a tendency to hold your breath. Okay, so it is important that we get the breathing right. Now, on the exertion, so on the hard bit, we want to be breathing out.
Yeah.
Okay, so as we come up, we're going to breathe out. And on the way down, we want to breathe in. And this way, this will help us to control the movement at a nice, safe, steady pace. Okay? Now, if you are struggling using both arms together, you can make it a little bit easier by using one at a time. So one arm is working whilst one arm is resting. And we can manipulate that movement a little bit so that when we are coming up, we come up a little bit quicker and we return back down to the floor a little bit slower. Okay, keeping time under tension so we can tap into strength a little bit more. And relax in there. Right, well done everybody. Let's move on to the next one. At number 3, we've got the single arm tricep press. Like the bicep curl, this is a great isolation exercise to lengthen and strengthen the tricep muscles, which sit on the back of your upper arm. And because it is a push exercise, it will promote good overall arm strength. So let's take a look. Right everybody, we need to be in good seated posture. My mum is already in the starting position for this particular exercise. I'm just going to quickly demonstrate how to get in there. So slide your band over, okay, creating some excess on the outside of the leg. With the band, you're going to feed it underneath your chair and then take it out the other side. You're then going to feed it back through the middle of your chair legs. This will enable us to fetch the band up the back of the chair and over the shoulder. Okay, we can then grip the band, taking it through the palm of the hand, okay, into that position. We don't want to strain the shoulder, so we fix the shoulder in place and we've got full flexion at the elbow. Now from that position, all we're going to do, Mum, is extend the arm and take the hand out. Now try not to lock the elbow and then just slowly come back. So it is literally extension and flexion at the elbow, okay? And as we take it out, you should be able to feel the muscles in the back of the arm tensing up. So a slight pause at the end and slowly come back. We want to keep the wrist in neutral, okay? Now, if it does feel quite uncomfortable gripping the band, what we can do is we can open up the surface of the band, place the working hand alongside the band, and just put the band across the palm. We can then just nip the band with the thumb, keep it in place, and just repeat the same exercise. This time, as you can see, I've freed up my fingers, my knuckles, and there's less pressure through the wrist joint, okay? And if you want to make it harder, all we do is slide the hand further back down the band to increase the intensity. And if you want to make it easier, just slide the band towards the end, okay? Now, once you've completed the reps and sets on one side, okay, relax and then repeat on the other side. Well done, everybody. Let's move on to the next one. For exercise number 4, we've got the bent over row. This particular exercise is often performed to help strengthen the muscles of the upper and lower back. However, it can also support stability and strength of the shoulders. Right, everybody, once again, we need to be in good seated posture. So come off your backrest, front third of the chair, shoulders back and down, head, neck and spine in line. You've got your feet flat on the floor, on the top of the band, and the band is coming up through the hand and out the back of the hand, okay? That way we can place the thumbs on the band once again, okay, to lock it in place, and the thumbs are pointing down towards the floor. Just relax those arms a little bit, Mum. And because it is a bent over row, from this position, we're going to hinge at the hips. We're going to come forwards until the chest goes over the heels, okay? Now, don't take it any further. We don't want to overbalance. And when the arms are extended here and relaxed, you're just going to walk your hands down the band. So we've got tension straight from the beginning, okay? Now, from that position there, we're going to drive those elbows back. We're going to lift those arms. We're going to keep the elbows tucked in. As we get to the top, squeeze your shoulder blades together and slowly back down. Okay, so we lift up, elbows tuck in, squeeze the shoulder blades together and slowly back down. Now, it is important to remember the breathing one on this one. So we breathe out on the way up and breathe in on the way back down. This will enable us to just control this movement a little bit better. Keep going, Mum. Let me have a quick look. So keep your body forwards. That's it. Tuck in, squeeze, and slowly back down. Can you feel that one in your back, Mum?
Yeah, I can feel it there and in my shoulder blades.
Excellent, well done. So if you are a little bit tight in those areas, this is a great exercise to loosen them areas up and put us back in to some good neutral alignment. Right, everybody, let's move on to the next one. Right, for exercise number 5, we are going to be performing some trunk twists. This exercise helps to promote rotation of the spine, which can lead to greater flexibility and overall range of movement of the core muscles, including the muscles of the abdomen, the lower back, and the obliques. By improving flexibility of the torso, we are able to perform activities of daily living more effectively. So it is really important to keep these muscles strong and healthy. Right, everyone, good seated posture. Make sure that you're off your backrest, shoulders back and down. My mum is already in the starting position, so I will quickly talk you through it. You're going to slide the band over, creating some excess on the outside of your leg. Just place that around your back, and with the other side, place it around the back of your chair, okay? Make sure the band is in line with your rib cage. Take hold with both hands, with the band going through your palms, and you can place the thumb on top, Mum, just to stop it slipping through. we're going to extend those arms a little bit, create a little bit of tension and take it into rotation. So we're going to rotate inwards, Mum, taking the shoulders around with us, keeping your bum in contact with the chair. Keep your head, neck and spine in line and slowly come back. Only take it as far as you feel comfortable. Now, we need to get the breathing, Mum.
Yeah.
So, as we rotate, we're going to breathe out. And as we go back in, we're going to breathe in. Excellent there. Now, if you want to make it a little bit harder, increase that intensity, just walk your hands back. And if you're starting to feel it through the shoulders, just bring the arms closer in towards the body and just repeat the same exercise. Take it round and slowly back and relax. Just remember, once you've completed a set on one side, just change it, set it up on the other side and repeat. Right, everybody, let's move on to your next one. Right, next up, for exercise number 6, we're going to be performing frontal razors. This is an excellent shoulder exercise which can be performed with one arm or both together. By strengthening the muscles around the shoulder, we can promote better range of movement, increase joint stability, and reduce stress and tension. Right, everybody, let's take a look. Right, everybody, good seated posture. Make sure that you're off your backrest, shoulders back and down. We've got the feet flat on the band, hip width apart, and 90 degrees at the knee. The band is coming up through the palm of the hand, out the top, and we've got the thumbs on top of the band so we can lock it in place as always. Mum, just relax those arms down the side of your body, palms facing inwards. Now with a slight bend at the elbow, we're going to lift those arms out in front. Only take it as high as eye level or just take it as far as you feel comfortable and slowly back down. Now it is important we get the breathing right, Mum. So it's a good deep breath in to start. And as we breathe out, we go up. And breathe in on your way back down. Which is easier said than done when you're talking. And relaxing there. Now, a lot of demonstrations for this particular exercise are shown with palms facing down towards the floor. Now it does put additional stress and tension through the hand and wrist and shoulder, so sometimes it can be a preference. So we will try this one, Mum, just let me know what you think. So palms facing down towards the floor, just lift out in front, slow and controlled, don't take it too high, slight pause at the top and slowly back down.
I prefer the other one, Leon, the one where the palms are facing inwards because it's easier on my shoulders and wrists.
Excellent.
Well, okay.
Yeah, that's fine. So you stay with palms facing inwards. Now, for anybody that does struggle with grip, you have always got the option to just distribute some of that stress and tension by placing the band around the back of the hand into that position, which will free up the fingers. And as we take it out in there, there's less stress and tension going through the wrist and through the hand and slowly back down. Okay. Now, we can always make the exercise a little bit easier. Instead of doing both arms together, we can just go one at a time. So we take one arm out while one arm is resting and then slowly back down and just repeat on the other side and slowly back down and relax. How did that feel, Mum?
That was fine. That's much better than doing it that way.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well done, everyone. Let's move on to your next one. For exercise number 7, we are going to perform a seated hip abduction exercise. This is a great hip isolation exercise. The abduction part refers to taking the limb away from the midline of the body. And with the use of resistance bands, we can create safe, controlled levels of tension to promote stronger hip muscles. By allowing us to walk, run and jump, they are an essential part of our mobility and independence. Right, everyone, let's get going. Right, everybody, good seated posture. My mum is in the starting position for this particular exercise, so I'll quickly talk you through it. You're going to place your feet and your knees together. With the band, feed it underneath your legs and over the top of your thighs. Now don't worry about wrapping the band around as many times as you can, because you will need to keep retightening that band up. So just add a little bit of tension through the band, Mum. Just remember, don't compromise blood circulation. Do not over tighten the band. Keep your knees together, and you're just going to walk the feet out, Mum, to hip width apart, keeping your feet flat on the floor. Now the movement is pretty simple. All we're going to do is just open up those knees and try and bring them back in line with the hips. Okay, slight pause at the end and then slowly come back. But only take it as far as you feel comfortable. So we go out, slight pause, and then slowly come back. Now if you do struggle with grip, you can just tighten up that band, place the hands on top, and just open up that way. Now it's not particularly great if you're wearing shorts and it's band on skin, so just bear that in mind. Okay, and we can play about with tempo with this one. So if you increase that tempo a little bit, while still keeping in control of the exercise, you're going to feel those muscles just fatiguing a little bit quicker. And this is a great rehabilitation exercise for anybody that's had any surgery in and around that hip area, and it's going to get the hip abductor muscles working on the outside. And just relaxing there. Right everybody, let's move on to your next one. At number 8, we have the laid leg extension. This exercise allows us to target leg strength without having to focus on balance, so it is a great exercise for those who are a bit unsteady on their feet. Performing the exercise in a laid position allows us to focus 100% on the legs, especially the muscles of the thighs, which are the biggest muscles in the body. Now, although we will be demonstrating the exercise on a gym mat, please do not worry if you cannot get down and back up from the floor, because it can be performed on your bed. You may also use additional support under your head, neck and lower back to aid comfort in the laid position. Leg strength is particularly important for walking, running, getting in and out of the car, and even climbing stairs. So without further ado, let's get going. Right everybody, it is very important for this particular exercise to make sure that you're in a comfortable laid position, whether you are on the floor on a gym mat or performing the movement off your bed. Now, my mum is using some additional support. She's got 2 rolled up towels underneath the neck just to take the tension out of that area. And you may want to use some additional support in your lower back if that is a problem area for you. Now the band is going round the sole of the foot, and my mum has left the trainers on because the trainers will grip the band and it is a little bit more comfortable. The non-working foot, we're going with the foot flat on the floor, 90 degrees at the knee, and the band is coming up through the bottom of the hand, out the top, and again we can use the thumbs to just grip the band and stop it slipping through. Right, so Mum, we're going to lift the heel up, bring the knee in towards your chest, and as you come in the band is going to slacken off a little bit. So we're going to grab hold of the band with one hand, slide the hands down so that we can increase that tension from this starting position. Keep the sole of the foot facing forwards, and you're going to extend that leg, driving the heel out as far as you can without locking up the knee, and a little squeeze through your thigh muscles. Slowly back in. That's it. Right, breathe in, Mum, I can hear you from here. So we're going to breathe out on the way out. So out on the hard bit and then in on the easy bit as we come back in, and it's slow and controlled all the way through. Now, if you're struggling to float this heel all the time, as we extend that leg out, just place the heel on the floor, Mum, and you can relax at that point. And when you're ready to join back in, just lift the foot up and bring the knee back in towards the chest. And as always, you can just keep moving the hands down that band if you want to increase that intensity, and relaxing there. Just remember, it's all about remaining comfortable throughout this movement, and once you've completed the right number of reps on one side, then just set yourself up on the other and repeat the exercise. Well done everybody. For exercise number 9, we will be performing a pull apart row in a seated position. This is a great functional exercise which incorporates a variety of different movements. Right everyone, let's get going. Right everybody, good seated posture to start. We've got the band over the thighs, the feet flat on the floor, hip width apart. You're going to scoop the band up with your palms facing the ceiling, okay? Slowly bring the band back towards your stomach, and then you're going to take the arms out as far as you feel comfortable and just start to open up the hands, creating some tension through that band. Bring the band back towards your stomach and then draw those elbows back, squeeze your shoulder blades together for a couple of seconds and then relax. Let's go again, Mum. So we're going out, we're going to open up, don't take it too wide, tension on, slow and controlled, drive those elbows back, shoulder blades together and then relax in there. Now, similar to the frontal razors, there is another grip we can use, which is palms facing down towards the floor. And again, it will be an individual preference depending on if you've got any problems with your wrist, your grip, your fingers and your shoulder. So it is worth trying. So same again, Mum, start from the stomach. We're going to take it out in front, open up that band, create some tension, slow and controlled, drive those elbows back. Bring the band back in towards your stomach, squeeze them shoulder blades together, and then just relax in there. Any preference, Mum?
No, I think just about both the same, really.
Yeah?
Yeah. No difference in pulling my shoulder or my wrists or anything.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Right, so if that is the case, then there's nothing to stop you mixing and matching between the two different options, okay? So, well done everybody. Let's move on to your next one. So, here we go. Exercise number 10, our last and final exercise, which is the seated chest fly. This is a great exercise for the chest, strengthening our pectoral muscles, which can help to reduce tension and tightness in this area. By improving the flexibility and strength of the chest muscles, we will naturally free up greater ranges of movement, reduce body tension, which can significantly help our posture, alignment, and in relation to this particular exercise, our breathing. Right everybody, for the 10th and final time, let's get going. Right everybody, good seated posture to start. Now for this particular exercise, the setup is same as your chest press. So the band around the back of the chair, chest height coming through the palm of the hand out the front, and we've got the thumbs to place on the band to lock it in place, okay? Now, you're going to extend those arms out in front, put the hands together and create a slight bend at the elbow, all right? Now, be careful on first couple of reps, Mum, so we don't open up that shoulder too much. Slow and controlled, open up the hands. Now, take it as far as you feel comfortable and then slowly fetch it back in, maintaining the angle at the elbow and then a little squeeze of the chest as you come back in. All right, so open out. Now remember your breathing, Mum. We're going to breathe out on your way back in and in on your way back out. Chest out as well. Now if you want to make it a little bit harder, we can walk those hands further down your band and just increase that intensity. Right, now as always, if you do struggle a little bit with your grip, we can place the band around the back of your hand. Now these bands are quite long, so I'm able to get round a couple of times around the hand, and same on this side, in there, and from that position we just get back into this starting position, which is there. We're going to place the fingers together, slight bend of the elbow and open up like we did with the last one. This is just going to take that tension out of the wrist and out of the fingers into there. Again, just work within your own range of movement, Mum. Don't take it too far. And remember to always get that little squeeze on your way back in through the chest and relax in there. Right, everybody. How did you find that, Mum?
It was great.
Enjoyed
that, yeah.
Right, everyone. Just remember, with any strength training program, the resistance should naturally increase as you become stronger. Because we are putting significant stress through the muscles, you will naturally feel a slight discomfort and tenderness of the areas you have been working on over the next few days. However, these symptoms should subside, and as your muscles repair and recover, they will become stronger. Please do not embark on any strength exercises if your muscles are still sore from the last session, and remember to listen to your body and only participate on the days where you feel well enough to do so. Remember, as we grow older, our muscles naturally become weaker. Body strength helps us to remain mobile, which will increase and maintain our independence as well as improve our quality of life. It is recommended by the Chief Medical Office that we try and participate in strength exercise at least twice a week if it is safe to do so. Right everyone, we hope you have enjoyed our top 10 resistance band exercises, and we look forward to seeing you next time. See you next time.
See you next time.